for you the remainder of the week. Sorry, I'm burpy today. I apologize.
What'd you eat? What made you burpy?
I think because I'm having this Mountain Dew. I've kind of fallen off the wagon, and I'm not used to it, so it's making me super burpy. Whereas before, when I was in the depths of my despair, it didn't do anything to me.
The throes of your addiction.
Throes is a good way to describe it. Boy, you'd never know it driving around Medina County, but there's a camo shortage. And the Marine Corps says that they're going to relax their uniform standards. I like this. I like the work from home vibe that is spreading like wildfire. The Senate, right? They relaxed the dress code there, and then everybody flipped their shrimp because John Fetterman's walking around in board shorts and a hoodie.
Love that.
Now, they've since rescinded that, you know.
Hate that.
But the Marine Corps says because there's a camouflage shortage, that their members are going to be wearing less regulated uniforms. I don't know why there's a camouflage shortage. And
is it there a shortage, or did it just get lost?
They couldn't find it.
Yeah.
They airdropped them into the woods, and they were reportedly gone forever.
That was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You got to drop that off in a populated area.
Members of the Corps will be allowed to wear alternate uniforms. I guess that's like what constitutes their away jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what constitutes the alternate uniforms. Probably something that you've got in your Foot Locker. You just pull that out and you go, all right, this is in case we end up in a camo shortage. They said we cannot have a situation where a Marine is wearing unserviceable camis because that's a bad look for the Corps. And the last thing you want is for the Marine Corps to look bad.
Also,
so
let's not call them camis.
That's what they call them.
That's like
that sounds like
that's what they call them.
Like a slip, right?
No, a cami is like a tank top with a bra built in, generally.
Camisole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Generally.
I mean, if we're going to call it a cami, that should be reserved for the Navy.
Uh-huh.
There was a heavy period in my life. I'd say probably.
Yeah, 28th of each month.
How many gallons?
Oh, boy. I'd say 7 to 8 gallons a week.
That was a super flow month.
Yeah, 7 to 8 gallons per week. No, from like 2001 to like probably, no joke, 2016, where every single day I wore a cami underneath my clothes. Like I would not leave the house without a plain white tank top on underneath with a little shelf bra built in. That was a staple for women in the 2000s. So it is a little off-putting to hear the military refer to their outfits as camis.
What I think they should do is just get like bulk rolls of camo on Amazon and then just cut head holes and arm holes. You just kind of wear like a poncho.
But then it's not.
Isn't everything camouflage if you do it right?
If you do it right.
Like if you wear all gray and paint your skin to match the walls in here, you're camouflaged. So like,
what's the thing? Somebody text me and tell me, what you military will tell me. What's the thing where they, like snipers, they're in the bush and they've got that like hood on them that makes them look like part of the landscape?
It's got like the leaves on it.
Yeah. They look like Swamp Thing or something. What's that? That's called something, and I'm having a brain fart.
Called Swamp Thing.
Somebody text me and tell me what that is, because I don't remember what that is.
Swamp Thing sniper.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to rectify this, but maybe they'll just be running around in dress greens or khakis, or I don't know what. But if you're in the Corps and you've got some solid camo, Al and I absolutely love 2 hours to midnight. You guys are the salvation of metal. Strangely enough, I'm playing Salvation of Metal Saturday night. Thank you for giving us metalheads something to bag our heads to. I assume that's a typo, but you're welcome. I love doing the show. It only took me 13 years for management to go, okay. I hectored them for over a decade. Ghillie Suit. Thank you so much, you guys, for telling me. Yeah, Ghillie Suit. I could not remember what that was called. I knew it had a silly name, or at least rhymed with silly. Camouflage fatigues are now, for some reason, being replaced by pink sweatpants that say juicy across the bottom. See, this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Just open it all up. Who would ever? What's better camouflage than having people dress like civilians?
Right.
Hiding in plain sight.
I like the idea of someone dressed like Adam Sandler flying a fighter jet.
Oh, God. I was giving my daughter a bath last night, and I started into the shampoo is better. I'm washing her hair, and she has no clue what I'm talking about. And Gwen's like, well, now you got to show her. And I show her the clip, and I'm like, it is unbelievable. You want to talk about your right place, right time. It's unbelievable that anybody cared about Billy Madison and made Adam Sandler a star.
I cared about it.
It is so god-awful. That movie is so bad.
It's really good.
So
It's
funny.
terrible.
It's a classic.
Well, clearly it is. I mean, it is. He's famous, and that was the jumping off point, and but obviously showing it to my 7-year-old, even she was a little perplexed.
I mean,
But I was like, no, this was a movie for adults.
Adults.
It was, yes.
I mean, it was
not a kid's movie.
But it was like I saw it when I was in middle school. I think it was targeted towards like that young, like teenager, young adults.
Maybe, but it wasn't a kid's movie is my point. I mean, it was,
I wasn't an adult when I watched it, and I loved
Beastie
it.
Boys' wife directed it. I forget which one she was married to.
I used to think
Mike D.
I used to think Adam Sandler was really hot, like attractive hot.
I never thought that.
Yeah, there was a couple times where I
Uncut Gems hot?
Ugh.
But is he uncut? Is he an uncut gem?
He's Jewish.
That's not universal. I mean, yes, it's
when you're as Jewish as Adam Sandler.
It's 99%.
That's pretty much.
He's got songs about Hanukkah.
I know.
Yeah.
8 Crazy Nights. I knew that just from the comedy he did.
8 Crazy Inches.
Yeah, there's younger pictures of him. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty hot.
Like Airheads.
No, like when he was living with Judd Apatow, like before anybody really knew who he was.
He had like a crop top on in one of the pictures. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. I'll start Christmas right now.
No, we have to do the Halloweens first.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that person.
Wonder if Magic will flip before Halloween. No,
Yeah.
Right.
It'll be a
October
flex, boy.
15th.
Yeah.
Poundcake, are you going to go
Gotta
see
be
Mariah
first.
on this tour?
I'm not driving to go see her. If she comes to Cleveland, sure.
She's not.
Where's the closest city? Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
They always go to Pittsburgh.
Detroit, Toronto, Chicago, Pittsburgh. Now, the last live show we're doing this year is on the 14th of December. You could go see her when we're done. You could go see her in Baltimore or New York.
Do it.
Those are drivable cities.
Not to say they're not drivable cities. One, I've never been to New York, and I don't know if I would make. That would just.
She's doing Madison Square Garden. Could you imagine going to see her
Oh,
there?
that'd be sweet.
You would pop your little panties.
I'll have to hit up my friend who lives in Jersey.
Pop, Bill. Hey, pop them right
The
up.
panties.
You would poop and pop your panties.
There's variables. If I can stay with my friend who lives in Jersey, and I don't know how much the tickets are going to be. That would depend because I just lost a job. I don't have that much expendable income. If I save and use it wisely, I can. But then I need Christmas presents.
Expendable income.
Yeah,
I like that.
that would be.
Are those the fake bills with Stallone's face on them?
Oh boy, he can't go to this show.
Yeah,
Why?
what are they, $1,500 a piece?
No, the cheap seats are what I'm seeing. $297 is the lowest I'm seeing.
This is what sucks now about going to concerts for everyone is that the bots scoop up all the tickets immediately, and you're sitting in the nosebleeds for $400. It's goddamn
If
ridiculous.
only I worked for the biggest,
Yeah, digital media company and
In the world.
Live Nation. Yeah, right. If only.
If only I had a plug.
Yeah. Well, they got their hand in the pie. That's why.
If only our headquarters was right in New York City,
And I
and
could just get a ticket.
they
to
would have
me.
somebody from our, like a correspondent or something there. I don't know.
Well, pitch that.
Why not?
What are you sending your ass for? Pitch it. Go, hey, guys, send me to the show.
What's the furthest, Cody? I don't know. Do you like Mariah enough to travel? Like, what's the
He
furthest you would
loves
travel?
Mariah Carey. That's why I brought it up. I don't give a rat's ass about Mariah Carey.
Like Saturday, a couple days from now, I'm going to Philly to see John Mayer again. I'm going with my girlfriend. And I have zero doubts, regret. I'm like,
Remember when I
gung-ho.
met him?
I remember when you're dumb. Cody, would you like? That's not that far. New York's an hour plane ride.
Drive it.
Or drive
Fly,
it,
drive
8 hours.
Yeah.
If I get to
Stay in Jersey, cross the river, go to MSG.
If I could stay with my friend, then I would.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know.
Hit him up now.
I don't know if we'd be down for that.
You know what else? John Mayer is hardcore casino music. Do you know how much John Mayer I heard it in the casinos? And I was like, oh no, am I getting old or is he just like palatable to have on in the background of casinos?
Yeah, he's completely non-controversial. I mean, who's
so
whiter than John Mayer?
I was loving it though because there was so much John Mayer playing that I was like, I kind of love it here. Like, I might not ever leave.
Gambling so you did gamble in Vegas.
I did gamble in Vegas.
Were you
and you took your
going-
dad.
I took my dad.
Were you going with the intent to gamble, or were you going to try not gamble?
So leading
Before
up to
you
it,
left, you said, "Oh, I'm bringing $25 or something like that."
I ended up taking $588 because that's the amount of cash I had in my house. That
in
was just
your house.
what I had. That was
Honey,
what
I'm taking the emergency fund.
What I
This is an
scrounged-
emergency.
what I scrounged up from the couch cushions. I left all of my cards at home. I have 2 different bank accounts. I have 3 credit cards. I left the debit cards at home. All but one credit card I took with me to be able to, pay for stuff and check into the hotel and stuff. But that specific credit card that I took with me, I cannot withdraw money from. It is set up that there are no ATM cash withdrawals. So I protected myself
Specifically
from myself.
for this reason?
100% for this reason, so that I cannot access my own money, which I know seems extreme, but whatever. It's set in place for a reason.
You had to take extreme measures.
Right.
But were you
I took the money with me because I didn't know how I was going to feel. I've talked about it in therapy the last 2 weeks where I was like, leaving to go to Vegas, I was 47 days without gambling. Not even so much as a scratch off.
Yes.
And it is something that I do want to quit, right? But I was like, it's my dad.
I always play Black 47.
That doesn't only goes to 35.
that's why you never win.
That's why you've always lost.
I like the band.
Also, how fast? It only goes to 35.
Yeah,
I know, right? Boy, she knows.
Yeah.
So
How many
Never
keys
doubt-
on a piano? 88. How many?
Never
digits
doubt her
are on
sickness.
I don't
in
even
the
know what
casino.
game we were
Roulette.
playing. Roulette.
Yeah.
So I took the money. I was talking to my therapist. I said, I don't know if I'm going to want. I could get there and be totally sad and be like, gambling's the worst thing. It ruined my family. Or what actually happened was I stepped off the plane, saw the slot machines, and was like, I'm so glad I left my debit cards at home because I would have gotten myself into a lot of trouble this weekend. So I took my $500. Day one, I had my dad with me. I wore his favorite shirt. I took a little urn of his ashes, and we went and gambled. We went into a couple different spots, and we
What
were
was
playing.
his favorite shirt?
It's one from the Cavs championship.
Okay.
So it looked ridiculous. It's a 6X shirt. It looked ridiculous on me, but I was a little self-conscious.
Were you wearing that when you met the state guy?
He thought it was a dress.
No, I wasn't.
Like,
But
wearing a 6X shirt.
Could I touch you, Will, on
I
that
touch you,
championship
Will.
badge?
No, but I was a little self-conscious where I was like, I look kind of ridiculous. Like, and then I was like, I'm in Las Vegas. Like, everyone looks ridiculous here.
Sure.
So, and no one's looking at me. So we were having fun, playing a little bit of slots, up and down. And since I only had $500, I was only doing like $1 at a time. Nothing crazy. We're having fun. We're dancing. And then I go to one of my favorite machines that I watch people play online. And I said, you know what? The minimum bet was $5. Minimum. And this is one of those machines that went up to like $250. So I was like, all right, we'll just play it. I only had $250 left. $260.
And the minimum
something like
was
that.
what?
$5.
Gotcha. So you're going to burn through that on that machine?
Well, I said, all right, this is the last one. I've seen this machine online. I want to try it, and then we'll be done. And so I'm betting. A little bit, bonus for $100. Because when you're betting $5, you can make kind of, good money pretty quick. And then I don't want to get too deep into it because a bonus game where you can win the jackpots, right? Like the progressives. And it makes a certain sound when you hit a jackpot. So I'm sitting there, I'm actually not even really paying attention. I'm kind of just looking around and I'm slapping the button, and then I heard the jackpot sound.
Slapping the button right there in front of everyone
You
in the
saw it,
casino.
baby.
That-
Vegas.
I was actually going to ask, do you get turned on by gambling?
No.
She was
Okay, I
slapping
don't
the
know.
button, Bill, right there.
So I'm sitting playing, and I heard the specific jackpot noise, and I looked over, and I had hit a major jackpot for just under $6,000.
Major
And
jack-
I was like,
What?
yes,
Yeah.
59 and change.
You won $6,000
$6,000.
on a $5
bet. A 1,000x bonus. Oh, more than that. 1,500. That does not happen. That does
That was your
not
dad.
I know
Well,
it was
did.
my dad.
It was your
No,
It
honestly,
was.
that's the same stuff. Okay, me and Mary are from a different cloth. That's the same thing.
Quit playing those noises. They're loud and annoying.
Why? You getting all moist?
No, it's too loud.
She's moister than an oyster.
I was like,
You
wow.
just came from Vegas and that's too loud?
Yes.
You getting triggered?
Yes.
I honestly thought, because I was like, Las Vegas is the land of opportunity. And I was like, of course they'll do this for
The
like
land of opportunity?
But-
I've never once heard it called that.
Go with me here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just go with me.
Just listen to what I gotta say.
Sorry.
He's been there once.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, I'm just saying they're totally down for like doing TikToks and being a team player when it comes to like people filming stuff. So I thought Mary went up to the whatever, what do they call them, bursars, whatever. Who are they?
The
Slot
one-
attendant?
Slot attendants, whatever. I thought she went up to one of them and say, "Hey, I'm here. Here's my dad. I just want to film this video because this is his first time to Vegas."
No.
And I thought she paid you out just
No.
for the video. I didn't know
You
you
thought
actually
she put
paid you out.
There's a video on my Instagram kind of
Are you getting the
recapping.
$5,000?
It's
Yes.
recapping my trip to Vegas, and in it, it's called a hand pay because they physically have to put the money in your
I
hand.
thought that was for the video.
You thought that I could have
They were going to
grabbed
give
it and
you
punched her.
$5,000
It was, yeah.
for the video.
That's why I thought they were like, "Oh wow, it's Vegas. It's whatever." Like,
No.
that's pizza.
No, they do not screw around with
No.
money, boy.
So she counted out
Tackle you and break your neck.
$6,200 in my hand, and that video is up on Instagram. I can't believe you thought, Cody, what if I had a gun and I would have shot her and took the money and run?
Well,
I thought
they
they
don't.
were.
Don't they frisk you when you go in?
No.
No.
I don't know.
No.
There was,
They
that's one
look at
thing-
your ID. Dude, there were
There's
people.
no metal detectors.
There's
All right, but
nothing.
here's what I'm. You keep saying you're going to quit gambling.
Yes.
And then you don't.
Yeah.
And you
But
don't
she
gamble in
won.
Ohio.
Yeah.
But the last 2 times that you gambled, you won, what, almost 10
Yeah,
grand?
this is not
that
good
was
for
not
somebody
the
trying
last,
to quit.
No. That was not the last time I gambled.
Okay, well,
I lose all the time, and I don't tell you guys about it. Why would I come in here and be like, guess what I
you
did?
got to tell us about the losses so I don't think that you are the luckiest person in the planet. Because I was about to be like, listen, stupid, you win all the time.
No,
you
no,
got to be
no.
out there gambling. Go and ban yourself from that casino and start making money.
No.
Because
Gambling addicts have the best luck.
So weird. They always win. No. So here's the thing is that without going too deep into it, a lot of my therapy over the last 2 months has been about breaking the connection between my father and gambling because that's pretty much all that he and I did together up until we started working out, but that was such a small amount of time. Like
So to do that, you took his ashes to Las Vegas.
it was
And
closure,
then he
dude.
won.
I'm not even joking. You guys can make fun of it all
I'm
you
not
want.
making fun of it. I
I'm
think it's a
trying to
very
fo-
sweet
I'm
story.
trying to follow along. That's all.
Because, okay, the reason why my gambling has gotten more out of control since he died is because in a weird, messed up way, I'm trying to keep that part of our relationship alive. Where it's like, this is what we used to do together. So when I go there, I feel like a kinship. I feel like we're connected, right? So I made it 6 weeks without gambling. It hurt. I didn't like it. And I missed my dad and stuff. But I talked to my therapist about it. I was like, listen, I didn't get closure. My dad died during COVID. Nobody was allowed in the hospital, right? I said, I'm going to take this trip as an opportunity to say goodbye to this part of my life, right? This bond between my father and gambling, I don't have to remember him only by losing money, right? So I took him. We won our jackpot first day I was there, by the way. I had only been in town like 3 hours when I hit for that $6,200.
Did you leave with all of it?
Yes, I did.
That's good.
Because I was looking up, I was like, I don't have my bank cards. I don't have anything. If I keep this money in my hand, I'm going to spend it all. There was a Chase Bank a half a mile from my hotel.
You just went-
I went and deposited
I'm
it.
very proud of you for
because
that. I'm very
couldn't-
proud of you for that.
I knew I couldn't access it.
Yeah.
If it was in the bank, I don't have a debit card. I physically can't get the money out of here, but you can deposit into accounts.
Wait, you
So-
can deposit? What, your phone?
No,
How do you-
just an ID.
Okay,
I want to
there you
deposit
go.
to
Okay,
this
yeah.
account, and I gave him
I
my
forgot
ID.
you go into banks.
I go into banks, yes.
Well, but also if you give them cash,
Yeah.
they don't ask very many questions.
Yes.
I mean, so what game? People want to know what game it was.
So the game is called, the slot machine is called Dragon Link. There's a bunch
okay.
of different variations.
It's not called Ghost Dad.
It's not called Ghost Dad. I wish. Dead
Dragon
Magic.
ass, yeah.
It's called Dragon Link, and this certain
Dead
variation,
Lucky 7.
this variation of the Dragon Link game was called Golden Century. So that's the game that I wanted. So that was on Thursday. I went and deposited my money, couldn't access any more cash. And then on Sunday night, I went and took him to the Strip because I was in Old Vegas. So we saw the Bellagio fountains together. We took some pictures by the Las Vegas sign. And then I spread his ashes in the Bellagio fountain.
Wow.
So it was a very healing.
It gave you what you were looking for.
It gave me some closure because it
That's
was
nice.
like,
You know that gets
this-
repurposed as drinking water, right?
I'm great.
Good drink.
Dude, it was so...
Tony wants to be drank by people in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was...
Maybe you drank your dad when you had those 2 waters.
I
Gulp
might
it
have.
up.
It was so windy on Sunday night that I
Pull
was...
the Lebowski.
Yeah, I was nervous to spread him because I was like, this is going to blow into someone's face or I'm going to get sued or something. And so I had to wait until, because the lines at the Bellagio fountains, people are 5-6 deep watching the fountain show. And it only lasts a couple
I
minutes.
stubbed my toe during that time.
I couldn't believe the people who were out there at 10 at night with their babies in strollers,
Yeah,
and it's
that's when I was there.
105 degrees in July. I'm like, it's not that exciting, guys.
Yes,
Maybe
it is.
take the baby inside
It's cool, but I wouldn't be out there if it was 105. So
with a baby.
I waited until the fountain show was over and everybody kind of cleared out. And then I bent down and pushed my arm as far over as I could because it was so windy that I was like, if I just try to dump it over, it's going to fly right back into my face. I'm not prepared to have my dead dad's ashes in my face.
Right.
But I was able to sprinkle most of it got into the water. Some of it obviously went awry. But yeah, and here's the thing though.
Did you put weed in the urn to bring it home?
Oh, I should have.
That would have been a good...
I firmly believe that's my last time. It sounds crazy. I had my spiritual awakening.
Last time gambling?
Yes, I had my spiritual awakening
I
when I
love
went
that.
to Portland and I had that I'm living for me moment. And this felt like,
that.
let's go out on top.
Yeah.
We had me and my dad went to Vegas. We always talked about it and we went, right? We won, and we won. I cannot describe, if you guys don't gamble, winning $6,000 on a $5 bet
That's
is
insane.
huge.
That's
unheard of.
insane.
So I was like, you know what? Let's do this.
I don't even gamble, and I understand that's insane.
It's crazy. So,
I understand how return on investment works.
yeah, so that was
Because $5 is a lot less.
yeah.
Then
And
$6,200.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I we'll call it boy math.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's good that you don't drink because I would have been like, all right, drinks for everybody.
I did get a Heineken Zero after I won that, where it was like a little congratulations. But it was a very healing, very, very emotional weekend. And I needed it, and I'm very glad that I had it. And I can say wholeheartedly that, the desire to gamble is not there. In this moment right now, I'm like, I did it.
You did it.
I
You
did it.
fulfilled
We
it.
won the money. We said our goodbyes. And it's like, why would I ever want to go back?
Question from one of our customers, real fun one. How much do you have to pay in taxes on that?
It's 30%, but this is where it gets a little technical. So you sign up for a player's card, right? At
Yeah.
the casino. You put that in every slot machine or table game that you play on.
The fact that you just know
Hold
this
on.
stuff so
Well, that's how they track
inside and out.
This is how it tracks, but it tracks every dollar that is cycled. Okay? I'm going to go slow with this. So if I put $100 in and I'm spending, and I get up to $200, I cash out, I'm up $100, right? Mm-hmm. But the card has tracked that I've cycled through $700.
Right.
So when you hit a jackpot like $6,000, your card has tracked every dollar you've cycled through. So I only have to pay on the net profit.
Which would be,
I don't know. I'd have to look
'Cause-
on my website, and it's a 33%.
is that a card you already had?
No, I signed up for it when I got there.
When you got there. Okay, so it's probably...
Let's
at
say
the-
I
at the-
cycled
at the
through
most, it
$2,000.
was- Right.
So
Well,
then I'd have to pay taxes on $4,000.
Okay, all right. There
And
go.
you pay about 30%
30%.
on whatever your net profit is. Now you can choose when you hit, and by the way, you have to pay taxes on anything over $1,200. So you can choose to have them take the taxes out right away. But if you're someone who gambles frequently, it is in your best interest to get one of those cards and track how much you're actually spending and cycling through. So
Mike
You know,
and
gambling
Parma's.
does sound fun.
It's
Mike,
great.
Mike
It's
and,
great.
Mike and Parma's got the pitch.
ready.
Mary and the ghost of her dad star in this fall's new comedy on CBS, Lucky Stiff.
Oh, there you go.
I was going to go dust in the wind.
All right, I got to take a break. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. I'm
On
glad
all
that
counts.
because I was nervous that this was going to be the opposite, and
It felt like that for a minute when I
we're
got
like,
down to
I
$200.
gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's you got some closure makes me very, very happy.
I
for
put
you.
the proper precautions in place by not, by proper precaution. All right, whatever. Yeah, I'm happy.
All right, go break.
If you want to text 35192, you can watch at AlanCoxShow.com and listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Mr. Hero Taste You Crave Weather Center, WMMS Weather.
Mostly clear overnight with lows in the 60s. More sunshine on Wednesday. Highs in